Hey there, people of the world. Max Fun Drive is coming soon, and in the lead up, we need your help. We want to hear from you. We want you to tell us what this show means to you. Here's how you do it. Email, text, or audio messages to memberstories@MaximumFun.org. Or you can call and leave a message at 323-601-8719. And we might just share your thoughts on an upcoming episode. People of the world, you hear from us all the time. Now we want to hear from you. We want a message from you telling us what this show means to you. Here's what you do. Email, text, or an audio message to memberstories@MaximumFun.org, or call and leave a message at 323-601-8719, and we may share your thoughts in an upcoming episode. People of the world, Max Fun Drive is coming soon, but you can help us right now. Here's how. We want to hear from you about what this show has meant to you. Here's what you do. Email, text, or audio messages to memberstories@MaximumFun.org, or call and leave a message at 323-601-8719. We may be able to share your thoughts in an upcoming episode. You never know. And in the meantime, please enjoy this episode of We Got This with Mark and Hal. Hello, I'm Hal Lublin.
And I'm Mark Gagliardi.
Since the dawn of humanity, one issue has gone unsettled. With the fate of the world in the balance, we're here to settle, once and for all. Best snack cracker.
That's right. Don't worry, everyone. We got this.
Podcasts should have a theme song. Podcasts should not have a theme song. Yes, they should. No, they shouldn't. They sound good. Yeah, but people are just going to skip past it. You know what? You're right. We got this.
All right. Hal, how are you this week, my friend?
Great. I was just sitting here in silence waiting for you to start because you normally start with a burst of energy.
I wanted to start, yeah.
But instead, I got to one of my favorite things in the past 13 months has been staring at a Zoom with three people, each waiting for one of them to start talking, one of whom on this call does not have to start talking because she is our guest.
That's right.
And that is actress, writer, and podcaster who you know from many things, including currently Stay F. Tompkins, Janie Haddad Tompkins.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for being here.
It's so
excited to see your faces through a Zoom screen.
Right?
Yes.
Oh, so great. You get to actually, when you're recording your podcast, be in the room with your co-host.
With my co-host. Nice. I know, because we live in the same residence. So that works out.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Do you like being in the same room as your podcast host or not like it? Because I'm 50-50.
Really? Well, because you get to wear whatever pants you want. Is that why?
Oh, with Hal around, I wear whatever pants I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hal and I have shared a hotel room on the road before.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. There's no pants judgment on this show. And that's a promise to all of you listening as well. You can wear whatever you want while you're listening. We can't see you. Yes,
exactly. Exactly.
What is it like doing a podcast with your spouse?
It's good. It's easier. So a few years ago, I had a podcast with a friend of mine and that was like an ordeal because there wasn't like Zoom situation. It was like, well, when can you come over and, let's record a couple in advance and bank them or whatever. Yeah. But because we're essentially on a similar schedule living in the same place, it's a very regimented routine. Which is almost like a delightful thing because we say the podcast is we're recording our date night. And so we have a standing Friday night date night where we pour ourselves a drink and we sit and have an unscripted stream of consciousness conversation that we invite people in to hear. And I find it to be better than with other people and having to do the producing part because we don't have a producer. I'm the producer essentially. And, so I like to create the least amount of work for myself as possible.
Amen.
Yes.
So I like that. I like it. It's just become it's just become a part of like a standing date.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you always know that you are going to have that moment together, regardless of what's going to happen in the week. Friday night.
That's exactly right.
You're going to have a sit down and get into it with one another.
That's exactly right. So for like, if the week kicks our ass in any way, it becomes like the moment of just unwinding, like it's the pivot into the weekend. And so it's become the sort of touchstone of stress relief, I guess. Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome. And honestly, it's funny that you're asking that because it's not like I knew that would be the case. This was just what I discovered from doing it for a year.
Yeah. It's a delight. It's a delightful thing to discover too.
Yeah. Cause it could have been a disaster. Could have been. And then we would just stop doing it,
Yeah. If you guys are like fighting on Friday afternoon and then Friday evening, you have to stand like, nope, we're going to have this conversation. All right. Well, everybody's going to hear it then.
Well, that would be horrific for our listeners, I think. They don't even like when we debate a little. They're like, Mom and Dad are fighting.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that we brought you on our debate show.
Yeah.
It's hopefully a polite debate.
No,
Yes,
it's never polite.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Always contentious because these are life or death situations.
Oh, good.
Very personal. These are life or death. And the topic that we are discussing today, the very grave and heavy, important topic for our society, for the world at large, is what is unequivocally the best snack cracker.
Yes. As suggested. Hold on, Mark.
I'm holding on.
Don't make me fight you now at the start.
Oh, dad and other dad are fighting.
Oh, my blood is boiling. This is
we'll talk about this when we get home.
Yeah, this was suggested in our now defunct subreddit.
So this topic's been on the list for a while.
Yes, many years ago. Yeah, a user named On Topic suggested this.
Oh
this is so they're finally getting their say or their
This is their moment in the sun.
Okay.
Look, well, we moved our subreddit to 8chan, and you don't want to know what we've been getting lately. So this is from the Reddit version.
Out of necessity.
We had to.
Exactly.
Out of necessity.
Yeah, we had to. We had to. It was the censorship was getting to it.
Yeah. You needed that anon level.
Oh, dear. Janie, talk to us about your history with the snack cracker, if you will. Or did you grow up eating? Were you like
what made you
like baggie in the lunch? Why'd you pick this topic? Do you go to the supermarket and see the row of them and have trouble? Do you have favorites?
Yeah. Well, so I think for me, like I can talk easily about food. That's just like in general, it's an interest of mine. Mm-hmm. And I like to cook. I like to eat. But yes, I do have a favorite.
Mm.
And I'm not sure when I'm allowed to reveal.
You can try. Look, like any good recipe as a cook, you know this. You have to the recipe has to get the ingredient at the right moment.
Yeah,
I do think
cook, you'll know when that moment is.
I believe that there are, in my personal opinion, different categories of snack cracker.
Absolutely.
So there are the standalone snack cracker that's trying to kind of replace chips for you.
Yep.
Where it's like, I'm just going to go to town on this box.
Mm-hmm.
Then there is the cracker that is your versatile entertainment cracker.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Then there is a category, which is why I believe this particular cracker is the best snack cracker.
Oh boy.
That fits both of those bills.
Oh, I bet
I know the two. I can put two in that category, and I think they're going to be our two contenders.
There's two in that category, but there's one superior one in that category.
Yeah, I think I know. I don't want to say it. I kind of want us to come to it organically.
We'll get there.
But I feel like I know what your favorite is. I think I know. And I will reveal what I'm going to put it in an envelope inside my brain. And I will open it later on.
Okay.
Well, I love these categories.
Yeah, they're great categories.
And you've come in with half the work done already is categorizing these things. So
I've done a lot of eating.
Look,
and a lot of snacking.
Your whole life is built to this moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So glad that we could be here for it. Let's start with the entertainment crackers because they seem more like the...
well, hold on a second, Mark. I have no problem starting there, but what are we looking for, even within a category? What tells us what the best one is? Is it flavor? Is it just going to be that they embody their category the best? And then we're going to come up with one set of criteria. Are we going to pick one from each category and then they're going to face off against one another? Or are we going to sort of look, are we just going to, I feel like that's where we're heading. We're going to pick some finalists And then we're going to have to come up with what it is that makes one sort of rise above the other. Because, for example, like a Cars water cracker versus
that shouldn't even
goldfish.
How dare you bring up a...
Well, you know what's funny? I guess we should, in doing this, define, if we're going to have these categories and pull from each of them, we should define what a snack cracker is, because those could be two different. Like a snack cracker is a very specific modifier at the beginning of cracker, because a water cracker they're like, there was some comedian years ago, I don't remember who said it, little edible plates. Mitch Hedberg called crackers little edible plates. And like in that case, you don't want flavor to be a huge factor in it.
No, they're cheese spoons.
Right. Yeah. If I'm putting some sort of combination that I've crafted on top of it, I don't want a cracker that's going to contrast with that too much.
Mm-hmm. And yet, in the world of Cars water crackers, there are available flavors. There's like cracked pepper and like, you know,
there's a garlicky one, I think.
They're getting ahead, you know, they're feeling themselves.
It's like they're adding ingredients that you would add in a dish. They're like, what are you going to put on this? Okay, we're going to put stuff in this that goes with the stuff you're going to put on this.
Right, but that's extra work, right? That's extra mental labor.
Yeah. Yeah, or it's less mental labor for you at home doing it. If you're like, oh, what else goes with a little bit of cheese? You're right, Water Cracker Company. Cracked pepper.
Cracked pepper.
Are you going to buy 5 different boxes of Cars water crackers so you have them for any occasion, though? Like keep them on a bandolier?
Yeah.
At a party.
I have a spice rack and I have a Cars rack. A bandolier. Just like, you've got, it looks like
Chewbacca.
Like clips. Yeah, like Chewbacca.
Yeah. You load them into your cracker launcher and you fire them.
You can get that at Costco.
Yeah.
A cracker launcher.
Because I've accidentally bought too many Cars water crackers from Costco. I've been down that road.
Was it one type of water cracker in a giant sleeve?
No,
or was it a bunch of different kinds?
It might have been an assortment if my memory serves.
In one of those Royal Danish
shall receive.
I know, this is a huge moment for me. I'm so sad I let my Costco membership lapse because they don't have curbside delivery.
You can renew it.
I know, but at this point that seems like too much work. And then I have to go back into the store. I'm already sweating.
Okay.
What is an example of an entertainment cracker to you, Janie?
I would say, now I'm blanking on them.
Like a Ritz? Is a Ritz an entertainment cracker?
A Ritz can be an entertainment. Yes. Ritz is an entertainment cracker.
Okay.
Yes, definitely.
I have in front of me a list of many of the top.
I need some references. Yeah.
Snack crackers. We can extract from this list the ones that are entertaining crackers. I would put Keebler Club's crackers, Ritz crackers, saltines, water crackers, and other assorted fancy.
I would say Nut Thins also.
Nut Thins you would put in that category? Are Nut Thins too small though?
No, because you might serve a dip.
Yeah, you can dip
okay.
them.
All right. So we'd put Nut Thins in that category as well.
Aren't club crackers basically, I don't remember them being buttery. Aren't they just rectangular saltines?
Mm-hmm. I
Club
think so.
crackers?
Yeah. I don't think
No. Club crackers are basically Ritz crackers, but with more fake butter flavor and more salt.
Oh, and ovular.
And they're rectangles.
I'm thinking of Captain's wafers. Those are the ones that are rectangular. Okay. All right.
They're like, you get them like with like a bowl of chowder or something or.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Same with oyster crackers, which I don't think is
oyster crackers.
Oyster crackers are not on this list, but
they're not a snack though.
No, oyster crackers is definitely not an entertainment cracker because you're serving it with like a hot meal or something.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no communal tureen.
Like you're not
soup.
cutting up cheese and then putting a pile of oyster crackers and you're like, hey everyone.
How do I put this cheese? They're rounded, like they're little.
They're like puffy. They don't have a flat side. Yeah. So what do you like? That would be like, people would think like you lost your mind.
I mean, the idea of just having a dip and oyster crackers on the side and everybody's fingers having a little bit of the dip on them from trying to dunk those little
Isn't that in one of the Saw movies where he has them in that room and he gives them the oyster crackers and cheese? Is like,
You want to figure out this snack?
You could pour like a bowl of oyster crackers and then like spoon a bunch of dip on it and then get a spoon and eat it like cereal.
I mean, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Oyster, they do not get soggy. You could put it in soup and they will stay. You could build a ship more seaworthy than the Titanic using nothing but oyster crackers.
Yeah, right?
Convinced. Yeah. Oyster crackers and gorilla.
Chicken in it doesn't register on any list for me personally.
Chicken in a biscuit is basically
why is that a thing?
People go nuts for them.
Yeah.
I am not
Really?
one of them.
No.
Yeah.
It's a chicken flavored cracker, right?
Right.
It's just chicken stock. It's like if Cheez-Its instead of with cheese, they were made with chicken stock.
Well, why would you do that?
I don't know when there's perfectly good Cheez-Its available.
Yeah. Chicken flavored like biscuits are for dogs.
I think you're right.
But
someone ate their dog snack and said, I could sell this to people.
Yeah, I love it.
And they are shaped like little dog bones. They're shaped like milk bones almost.
No, if someone served me that at a party, I would leave.
If that was your reason.
I'm sorry.
It's somebody in the family is having a wedding. But you're like, no, sorry.
They served chicken in a biscuit.
Yeah, I'm not sticking around for the cake.
Can you believe it?
But it is, to be fair, the actual food product, and this might be another detriment to the chicken in a biscuit, another food product that is delicious, especially in the South. I'm sure you had these in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken in a biscuit is a delicious breakfast at a quick serve place in the South.
Like chicken on a biscuit.
Like actual literal chicken,
like fried
inside
chicken,
a literal fried piece of fried chicken inside a biscuit is delicious.
Right.
That's acceptable.
So don't name your food a thing that it isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you could have a box of Cheez-Its that on the front of the box says family meal for 3 with vegetables and apple pie for dessert.
Right.
What are the other things in the biscuit line? Do we know? Do you know offhand? Don't go look it up. Are there any?
Are there more? I mean,
salmon in a biscuit.
I think there is a whole in a biscuit line.
Is there really?
I think so.
Now I want to look these up and see.
This is like when Cars table crackers got it into the cracked pepper business.
Exactly.
This is like the in a biscuit line. They were like, we'll do ham in a biscuit. We'll do pulled pork in a biscuit.
They don't even
pulled pork in a biscuit is delicious.
They spell it B-I-S-K-I-T.
Not as a cracker.
They won't even admit that it's a cracker.
Yeah, it's a B-I-S-K,
but also not a cracker.
They're halfway to Limp Bizkit.
Yes.
Like they're a Z away from Limp Bizkit's spelling.
That's true. Thank God they didn't get sued.
Mm-hmm.
Because
yeah,
questionable.
Bankrupted.
Questionable.
What do we think about things that aren't normally associated with? Let's go back to some history nerddom. Crackers invented in 1797 on a ship headed toward the New World as a new form of flatbread that has a low moisture content, so it would stay good on a ship for long periods of time. That company that created those biscuits, created Nabisco, the National Biscuit Company, which many of these, along with Keebler, are from. Knowing that is where the basis for all of this started, what do we think of things like pretzel crisps and bagel chips that are not exactly the same recipe of just flour, water, and heat that the originals started with?
And don't forget pita chips.
Pita
chips are a thing too.
We didn't have pita chips on this.
I think
pita chips as a chip or a snack cracker.
Well, it's got the bread background.
Yeah. But it is more of a dip. I don't think I guess you could eat them on their own. But if you took pita chips, pretzel crisps, and bagel chips, they're all sort of in the same family. And pita chips are the one that got out of the neighborhood. And the other two
they're
are
not
still
the same.
there.
They're not the same shape.
Pita chips left the box
crinkly.
and moved into the bag.
Yeah, they're crinkly, whereas like a pretzel crisp and a bagel chip are a flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, time is a flat circle.
Very true.
They're the most true detective
bagel
of all
chips
snack crackers.
are a flat circle.
They are. They're also a food that you see in the supermarket, and they're an impulse buy. You never go there to get bagels. You see it and go, I haven't had those in forever. I'm going to try them again.
No.
I like those. So that there's no way they could be the best because they're like a novelty.
Here's the thing is like, if a cracker is like a bread item preserved, right? It's in a form that can last. I feel like there are so many other crackers that kind of improve on the bread situation.
Yes.
In their form. Whereas a pretzel crisp, it just kind of tastes like what a pretzel is. And a bagel crisp is not better than a fresh bagel.
Yeah. They're less like crackers and more like their original foods in jerky form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like bagel chips they're bagel jerky, and pretzel crisps are pretzel jerky.
Yeah.
They're like a bunch of little rolled gold pretzels that were cartoons that got run over by a steamroller.
Yeah. But whereas the cracker family or world, like they're going beyond.
Yeah.
They're exploring into like its own category and territory.
Yeah. They've moved past pilot bread, which is what they called that stuff back in the day.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They've moved beyond that. They've put them
like
into
what my people called it.
Right.
When we were escaping Egypt.
Oh, right. I guess you guys did get there first. That's why I said the modern iteration.
We didn't let our bread leaven. It was still around then. They were just
here we go. It's always about unleavened bread with Hal.
It always is.
He always wants to talk about food, and that food is always unleavened bread.
I just want to talk about matzah with people.
Yeah.
I know we're early in this, but I really want to guess what your favorite is.
Okay.
I have two guesses.
I'm fine.
All right, I'll make a guess.
I feel like Hal knows what it is.
I think.
Do you want me to let you both guess and not tell you the answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might have the same guess.
Yeah, my guess is Triscuit.
Interesting. My guess was one of the two of Triscuits or Wheat Thins, but I was going to say Wheat Thins.
That was my other choice too.
Hal got it right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about Triscuits.
Yeah,
they feel like the elephant in the room. They feel like the one that if we're going to make a Mount Rushmore, they're the one that's going to get the rest of their body built at the end of this episode at this point.
Yeah.
Do you guys know, this was a Twitter, I want to find this guy's name that talked about this. This was on Twitter last year and it made me so delighted.
Do you know it's true if you check this?
I do know it's
true. Or is it one of those things that like,
no, it is true.
You know Popeye was based on Jesus? Like,
I have no idea where this story is going, so I'm on the edge of my seat right now.
There's a Twitter user named something Boggs last year.
Wade Boggs.
Wade Boggs, the third baseman.
Legendary baseball player Wade Boggs.
Dug into the name Triscuit and wrote a short thread about it, and the Nabisco company confirmed what it was.
Vaguely familiar.
Vaguely familiar?
Ooh.
Do you
because
know
it's
what
like
Triscuit
a bit
stands for?
Well, definitely something about a biscuit.
Let me add another bit of flavor to this. This is from an advertisement from the early 1900s.
Yeah.
This from 1903.
Okay.
And I'll do it in old-timey voice so you can understand the context.
Thank you.
Triscuit, baked by electricity. Triscuit is the newest and perhaps the best creation of the natural food company of Niagara Falls, New York, makers also of the celebrated wheat biscuits. Triscuits are to be eaten with cream, fruit, juices, as toast with eggs, and 1,001 other ways, each of which is fully and comprehensively explained in the neat little booklet which accompanies each packet of genuine Triscuits. Triscuits is baked with electricity, the only food on the market prepared by this 1903 process, in neat packages, each 15 cents. If you buy two, they cost 25 cents.
Is that true though? That was the only thing that was made with electricity?
Triscuits are electricity biscuits. That is what the name means.
That is hilarious.
Isn't that great?
That is so weird that is still the name we call it.
We are eating and enjoying electricity biscuits.
So that's what the tris is the TRIC in electricity?
Yeah. Is the trick in, or tris in, electricity. It has nothing to do with the number 3.
You
would think biscuit means cooked twice. Triscuit would mean cooked 3 times, right? Nope. Electricity biscuits.
Yeah. That's weird.
Now let's talk about that cracker though. For me, it is a kind of a two-way race between the Wheat Thin and the Triscuit. I
can agree with that.
Yeah.
But Triscuit prevails. But I can agree.
For me personally, I think Triscuit prevails too.
Really? How?
What do you like about them?
Well, I like that they are sturdy.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if when I was in college, there was like a whole ad campaign for Triscuit where you could do anything with it. where it would be like, oh, you're in your dorm? You can make a pizza on a Triscuit.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Yep.
And so I don't know if that like implanted some kind of bias where I'm like, it's the most versatile cracker.
I mean, the original version came with a booklet that gave you recipes of things you could do with Triscuits. It seems like this ad campaign that they did of, that's Triscuits' whole thing is you can eat them by themselves.
I kind of wish they had just sent you a bag of fibers and the booklet was how to weave them into a Triscuit.
They also, speaking of fibers, you are brainwashed into thinking it's a healthy snack, right?
You are.
Yeah.
Because you're like, this isn't.
Wait, it's not?
I don't know. That's my point is, I don't know. But I'm like slapping a bunch of cheese and dips on them, so probably not for me.
Spray cheese in a can? Cheese in a can on there, right?
Nah, I'm kind of a cheese snob.
Oh,
so
back
fancy
in the day,
spray cheese in a can?
Fancy spray cheese? Yeah. Spray brie.
Even back in the day.
Spray brie.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You don't do like.
Just came up with $1 million idea though. Seriously.
I'm patenting it right now. I have to go. Goodbye, everybody.
You could call it bray.
Ooh, right. Instead of just easy cheese.
Just earned 10%. Sharks, I'm here asking.
Sorry, I'm out.
So you think it's salty. You think it's healthy. It's sturdy. They're very consistent. When you open a box of Triscuits, they're all in their square form, you know.
Pretty much, yeah.
Can I tell you my one beef with the consistency of Triscuits though? I don't mean consistency of like texture. I mean consistency of the product.
What is it?
They're smaller than they used to be.
Is that right?
They're a quarter inch smaller. They used to be 2 inches. Now they are 1.75 inches.
That's not cool.
That's not cool, Triscuit.
That's not cool. Actually.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, why?
Actually,
because they probably saved like $1 million that year.
Yeah. Originally, they were 2.25 by 4 inches. So they were rectangles. Yeah.
Like you mean in the electricity days?
Back in the days of electricity biscuits.
The electricity made them grow like Frankenstein.
The other amazing thing about a Triscuit, which also maybe pushes it past a wheat thin, is I'm like a salt hound.
Oh, they're super salty.
Yeah, wheat thins are too sweet. They have a little sweet aftertaste. And I do like listen, I'll go to town on a wheat thin. Don't get me wrong. But that's just not like, I don't know, like you've got a genuinely salty, crispy situation going on with Triscuit. To me, if I see a box of wheat thins, I'll sometimes mistake them because they're both Nabisco crackers and they both have yellow boxes. Yeah. And they both have blue. The name is written in blue and on a diagonal.
Oh, interesting.
So if I don't look close enough, I might grab it and reach in and then just be disappointed because why would I eat wheat thins if I could eat Triscuits? A Triscuit. And if
Hang on a second.
If I have no Triscuits and I'm eating the wheat thins,
how fast are you shopping?
That's my question.
Supermarket. Supermarket sweep. He does supermarket sweep every.
That was my question. Is like, how little are you looking at the things that you're buying to eat if you don't even recognize words that are in like 75?
2 words versus 1 word. Yeah. Just look for the 1 word thing.
I know.
That's what you do in other countries when like it's Cyrillic alphabet.
Yeah.
I know all you rubes out there are reading at the grocery, but I shop by feel. And this box feels roughly like it should have Triscuits in it. Oh no, it's wheat thins. Now I'm going to eat these at home.
Hey, where's Hal? Oh, he's been in the cereal aisle for 6 hours trying to
figure out what something is. Like,
I mean,
he's just peeling boxes going, this one feels right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
A shake sounds like a thing I eat. I just feel like with a Triscuit versus a wheat thin, like if you were going to have a dinner party or a cocktail party.
Right.
And you had invited a member of royalty. You can serve Triscuits. I don't think you can serve wheat thins for that hors d'oeuvre course.
Well,
personally, that's my feeling.
I'll tell you who shares that feeling with you. If you're talking about placing a cracker on a table to top with assorted things at a fancy party with royalty, a person who agrees with you, and this might be what gives Triscuit the edge in this as well, is
Hardball host Chris Matthews.
Hardball host Chris Matthews.
For real?
No. It is Jim Lowe, the marketing director for the wheat cracker division at Kraft, who says, quote, Wheat Thins is one of the least topped crackers in the cracker category. So we realized we needed to act more like a snack. Wheat Thins has, since January of 2011, been making a concerted effort to have you think of them not as a cracker and specifically as a snack, not to be topped. So if Wheat Thins themselves are saying we are not a cracker,
we can't stand up to
I don't know that we can.
to your dip.
Yeah.
We have to
We're not
go
strong enough
to surf this wave that says you can't put anything on our crack. When you eat Wheat Thins, though, doesn't it feel like if you see it in somebody's house, they're going to be like, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be good.
Yeah.
I got Wheat Thins. Well,
it has the word thin in it. It has the word wheat in it.
Yeah.
You know.
Sandy Duncan in the 80s did her commercials where she would only eat one corner of one. You remember that?
Kind of, yeah. Now that you're saying it, yeah.
She did commercials where she would hold
How many
up
times did she have to eat a corner?
Yeah. And it's like, it's a wheat
into a bucket between
Put the whole thing on your tongue.
Yeah.
Here's what you do with a Wheat Thin is you find the saltier side.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the side that you lay flat on your tongue.
Yeah. Sure. Like you're doing Wheat Thin LSD.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You just put it on your tongue and wait for the salt to show you colors.
Of Wheat Thin.
Just think of how many commercials in the 80s encouraged a really unhealthy relationship with food.
Yeah.
Whether it's just finding a diet cracker.
Still happening.
Yeah. Of course. What is supposed to be like a diet cracker, and Sandy Duncan's like, well, I do weigh 30 pounds. I'm just going to eat the corner of this because I don't want, I play Peter Pan. I can't, I can't grow.
I can't have 10 calories today.
Yeah. They don't have entire Wheat Thins in Neverland.
If she was playing Peter Pan and being a perpetual 10-year-old boy, she'd be like, hey, check out how many Wheat Thins I can fit in my mouth.
She had 5 Wheat Thins in one time. Yeah.
That's true.
Exactly.
She would douse them in the cheese and chili from the 7-Eleven machine that's supposed to be for hot dogs, but.
Well, but the thing is, the guy from Kraft said you're not supposed to dip them. He didn't say anything about pumping the cheese or chili directly onto them from above.
Good point.
Right?
It's also, they're basically just little wheat fingernails. You can't dip them in anything. There's nothing to hold on to. You don't have anything.
But they're so tasty. They're so tasty.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not going to turn down any snack.
Yeah. I don't think that I would put them neck and neck with Triscuits. I think they are.
Hell no.
Yeah.
We might have put a title fight early on the card, but are we eliminating the Wheat Thin in this particular moment right now? It seems like of the two, the Triscuit is going to beat the Wheat Thin. This seems to be turning into more small battles, like the Ritz or the Club, the Wheat Thin or the Triscuit. It seems to be sort of organically becoming, we're winding up with these little fights before we get to the Royal Rumble at the end with whoever is left. But would we say that Triscuits have already taken Wheat Thins out of the fight?
I would.
Yeah, me too.
Let's jump now then to the cheesy version. Let's go with some cheesy ones that go together. That's Cheez-Its, Cheese Nips, and Better Cheddars.
My favorite is in this category.
I'm going to throw one in there as well, even though they're not exactly the same shape as, screw it. Better Cheddars aren't either. I'm going to put Goldfish in there as well.
Sure.
I have an answer, but keep going.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was it.
I have an answer for the best of that.
I do too. I'm interested what yours is though. I don't know if we're the same here. I'm getting my spidey sense is saying we may have a different answer, but I hope we do.
I don't understand how we could because I feel like there's one front runner for sure.
I agree. It's the one I always keep in my house.
In fact, I have him in my house right now.
Mine is.
You want to go get them? Why don't you both go get them and we'll come back? And if it's the same thing, then that clearly is going to be the winner.
All right, I'll keep it on screen. All right.
Okay.
Vamp.
Okay. I guess it's just left to me to sit here and vamp while they each go and I'm going to guess grab Cheez-Its. That's my guess. I know I've seen Hal with them. We've been on the road together. I think I see a red box coming. Oh, I think I see a red box coming. Hal is still, how far were you from
my kitchen is next to my office.
That's true.
So.
Okay.
I think I know what Hal's are and I'm agreeing that they're different. I think I know what yours are and I feel like I agree that they're different. I just have a spidey sense.
I tried to hide the container.
Ouch.
Are we revealing the container on 3? Is that how you want to do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
You go ahead and count us in, JD.
1, 2, 3.
Oh,
yes, it is in fact Cheez-Its.
I thought you were going to pull up a goldfish.
I would never do that.
Listen, I was going to say it
was a generational thing, but keep going.
I just want to make a quick argument for goldfish.
Okay.
Goldfish for me growing up we were not a Cheez-Its family. We were a goldfish family.
Sorry.
Little baggie of goldfish will always remind me of two things. One, my childhood when my mom would put them in a bag in my lunch. And two, my childhood when I'd be sitting at a bar and they'd be in a bowl on the bar.
You would go, as a child, you went to bars?
It's Tennessee.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the kids' bars.
Yeah.
They only serve beer.
Yeah, they only serve. Look, if every bar in Tennessee,
kids drink for free night.
Yeah,
but never on a school night. Only on weekends.
I think Cheez-Its kind of have a deeper cheese flavor than a goldfish. They have a crunchier. They have a saltier situation.
Yes. They're less like oyster crackers.
Yeah, they're not as puffy, right? They have like more of like a cracker mouthfeel than like a kind of an airy. I mean, I'm not going to turn away goldfish, but I'm not going to buy them and keep them in my house.
No. There's also something to the inconsistency within a box of Cheez-Its is what's great, because you can like the pieces that are perfectly done. You might also like the pieces that are overdone, now to the point where they sell them and box them. You want your Cheez-Its well done. We'll give you a whole box.
I'm an originalist.
Me too.
I'm an originalist.
Me too.
I don't want everyone to be overdone. I want an occasional overdone. And then sometimes you get one with like a lot of salt on it. Oh, yeah. That's heaven.
That's so great.
What do you guys think of the white cheddar?
No.
Really orange. Yeah.
Original. They already perfected it. There's no need to.
Yeah. That's just for like people who are dabbling in Cheez-Its and they're like, I don't know.
Yeah. I'll tell you what
Cheez-Itants, if you will.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In my Weight Watchers days, I would get the reduced calorie Cheez-Its, which, surprise, tastes exactly like the regular Cheez-Its.
Oh,
I don't know. I feel like
they just
lie.
make them. They should just make those.
I don't know why they do it. I don't know.
Why aren't those just called Cheez-Its?
The default. Yeah.
Just do that. Yeah, do that one.
Exactly.
I have a severely refined palate when it comes to the foods that I like.
Yeah.
And so I would know if there was a big
difference.
Would you spit out a cheese nip?
I would never even get it. Why would I get cheese nips?
That's like if I'm starving on a desert island, that was the only thing offered to me or something.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I want to just give a quick shout out for another one. I know Cheez-Its is clearly the victor of this particular, and I'm going to put this in, Janie, in your undippables category. This is clearly nobody dips Cheez-Its, I assume.
No.
You don't need to.
Cheez-Its are its own thing.
Yeah. I am also a fan, another one we grew up with. I don't know why we were so anti-Cheez-It in my house. We had
Me neither.
cheddar goldfish and we had better cheddars, which are clearly number 3 on this list.
Yeah.
But the thing I like about the better cheddar is it's bigger, which means it can be crispier. It's bigger. It feels thinner and crispier, which I like. But I agree that the Cheez-It is the superior of these.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I prefer them. I'm saying I like them as an alternative.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
Or as a addition.
Answer accepted.
Yeah. I have a deep and unhealthy relationship with Cheez-Its
I think I do too.
I mean, my parents were always very strict about eating stuff because they each had their own food issues. So I got a really nice mix of both of them. So when I didn't want anybody to know, and this went through high school, and I still did it even, I think when I lived by myself, I would sneak down to the kitchen, get a cereal bowl, fill it with Cheez-Its, eat the Cheez-Its, then wash and dry the cereal bowl and put it back.
Oh, wow.
So there's no evidence that I'd done it. It's okay. I've already talked about it in therapy.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Bill's like, grab another box of Cheez-Its out of the basement.
Yeah.
But also look at
this one's empty.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I have an unhealthy one too, because look, it's the family size box.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
There are only 2 people who live in this house.
I live in a 2-person household as well, and my wife has had Cheez-Its in a while. This was also a family style box. I don't know why I put the scoop in there. I think I just did it because I had it, and I thought
it came with the Tupperware.
It came with the Tupperware, exactly. Yeah. But I just open it and eat out of it while I watch television.
Yeah, Cheez-Its are really good.
Oh, they're amazing.
I'm going to take a quick assessment of where we are right now. In looking at some of these battles that we've already fought, the cheese cracker battle and also the Triscuit versus Wheat Thin battle, it looks like right now our preferred top flavored cracker is the Cheez-It. our preferred top of the list of both. It can be a dipper or just a snacker.
All
that would
things
be the
to all
Triscuit.
people.
Yeah.
And as far as like our entertaining dipper crackers, have we landed on one of those that we love?
You mean like, I thought no, we haven't done the entertainers. Can I just dunk on Goldfish again real quick?
Why are you dunking on Goldfish? Just to hurt my feelings?
Just the packaging of it. Like you open the paper bag and then there's the foil bag inside, like the foil inside. The liner immediately starts separating from the bag. There's no way to seal it except the clip. As opposed
you gotta roll at the top. You have to roll it.
You have to roll it.
You keep your Cheez-Its in Tupperware. Keep your Goldfish in Tupperware.
I like to see it. I don't want to have the box out. I don't have room for it. I have a whole storage system for my food. You've seen it when I'm out in the main living area of this apartment.
Yes.
That I've got like containers on containers of different snack foods for cheat day. But it's just, they're harder to keep. Cheez-Its, you roll the bag or you clip the bag and then you seal the box.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, I'm on Team Cheez-It here.
But I like Goldfish.
If we're going to go with some kind of Pepperidge Farm situation, you got to go with the cookies.
Yes.
The cookies are better than the crackers at Pepperidge.
The Pepperidge Farm cookie array is top notch.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
100. Well, I'd have to say Brussels.
Which ones are Brussels?
I like dark chocolate.
Okay.
Brussels are like round, crispy. It's a round, crispy sandwich, like flat cookie, and it's filled with dark chocolate. But I would never turn my nose up at a Milano or a double Milano.
I do love it. I like a mint Milano too.
Yeah, I'm a mint Milano guy.
I just love dark chocolate, and those cookies are really good. But you guys are not like going for any of like the shortbread or the fruit filled or
no. I think if we start adding shortbread cookies, though technically biscuits, and I would argue potentially we'll get to it. I have a couple of thoughts, but let's find our entertaining cracker first.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also when we're done recording, remind me, I have a brownie recipe that I made from scratch that I put dark chocolate in that I think you would really like. I will tell you.
I know I would.
Yeah.
I still remember you calling dark chocolate homework on this show. Hal.
Me?
Yeah. When you said that dark chocolate tasted like homework.
Up against other chocolate.
Up against other chocolate.
To the higher cacao, it just gets really ridiculous for me.
Are you like 70% or are you like the 90%?
I think I'm more of like a 70.
Yeah.
I like a 70.
Yeah, that's the upper end. That's upper.
But if it got 90, I could deal. But
you think?
Yeah, I can deal.
All right.
But definitely 70s. There's like a sweet spot in there.
Yeah.
You get like a 70.
Yeah, and once you get below 50, you're basically dealing with a bittersweet.
Yeah.
So these are our contenders for little tiny plates.
Okay.
To quote Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah, what are the little tiny plates?
The little tiny plate contenders, I would say, are Cars, water crackers, which we've already mentioned.
Sure.
I would say the Ritz and the Keebler Club, not their associated sandwiches, but just the Ritz and the Keebler Club themselves, since that's what we're talking about today. Wassa bread. You guys know Wassa bread?
I don't think I know that one.
It's big. They're terrible, but they're fun. And for some reason, I have a soft spot for all of these, it turns out. They're just like big, rye, crisp, weird cardboard flat things that most people hate.
They come in an envelope. They don't even come in a box, really.
It's
They've
weird.
Got that European wax. It's like a wax pack of baseball cards. Yeah.
That sounds suspicious.
And then the ever ubiquitous saltine. So I would say we've got Cars, water crackers, saltines.
Yeah. And
were there any other real and Nut Thins you would put on that list?
I know what I think is the elite winner in this.
What do you think?
I do too. I for sure think it's different, and I don't have it in my house.
Really? Because I feel like we're aligning.
We are. I think we align on a lot of food-based stuff.
Like we have a similar associations.
So what do you think is the correct one?
Definitely Ritz.
See, I'm not a huge Ritz fan.
Here's my beef with Ritz. I love a Ritz. I love the flavor, that little bit of butteriness, that sort of saltiness of a Ritz. I don't think they're strong enough.
As a cracker?
I don't think they're strong enough as a cracker.
So what's your choice?
They're pretty beefy.
I go with Cars. For dips, Cars are big.
I'll eat at Cars.
Yeah.
They're not as flavorful, but they're
very
big,
like cardboardy.
When was the last time you swiped a Ritz through a dip and it didn't break in half?
I guess I would be more like in that case, I'd spread something on
spread.
it. Like if it were like a pimento cheese or something,
You are so from South Carolina and I love it.
Do you like Borzen? Janie, are you a Borzen fan?
Yeah, I like that. That's good. I'd spread that. Spread that.
Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. If I have Ritz, I assume they are as strong as a Cars, but apparently they're not. And you can't just take some spinach artichoke dip and swipe a Ritz through it without winding up with crumbs and broken dreams.
But speaking of South, being from the South, you got to keep some Ritz around in case you're making like a squash casserole or something. You got to you got to crunch up those on top.
That's true. It is a breading.
All right, that might put the Ritz over for me on that one.
It's the Dollar Tree panko.
Yes.
Ritz crackers.
I love that. Oh my God. I feel like that should be like
panko.
I don't know why they're not using it. It's another $1 million idea. Why am I podcasting? I should be in
But wait, Ritz did try. I think Ritz tried to get in on the snack thing because they make those little bags of like the miniature Ritz bites.
Ritz Bits.
Ritz Bits. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And those are pretty good.
Ritz works well as a composed sandwich. If they're selling it as like a Ritz sandwich with like peanut butter, like a peanut butter sandwich or something like that, it works. For me as a cracker standalone, it's trying to do too much. It's like it can't stay in its own lane. It doesn't know what its lane is.
It's not a snack. It's not a plate.
Yeah.
It's not a plate. It's not a snack. It's not
too buttery to be a good plate. Has too much of its own flavor, but then it's not enough flavor to really be a snack on its own, like a really decent snack. There are better flavors and mouthfeels out there.
No, I wouldn't do it on its own. But like a good, like sharp cheddar, I think that's great on a Ritz.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Because the butter complements it.
Yeah.
But for any cheese, so there are certain cheeses that work with it. If you wanted any cheese, then I would go with a Cars because it's kind of a blank slate.
Because you're going to do a brie or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want it to be
on your
like, it should be like the talented Mr. Ripley of crackers, where it can slide into any situation and murder.
I agree.
cheese.
Okay, yeah, I see where
all
you're going.
along the Mediterranean. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got hung up on the visual image of spreading brie on Cars, and then it went far away from snack crackers in my brain. And I'm just driving around in a Miata, dairy Miata.
Covered in brie and triple cream.
There's got to be a cheese coated Miata that's part of like some Wisconsin parade, right?
I'm sure.
The cheese queen rides her Miata down Main Street.
Oh my God.
Waving to the children. Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I think nut thins kind of exist for people who can't eat gluten.
That's true.
But they're good.
They're good.
I eat them.
I like them. I enjoy them. They do a good job of being super crispy, but not breakable.
Yeah.
They have that weird, like waxy sort of exterior on a nut thin.
The cheddar ones are pretty good.
So are the smokehouse. Have you tried the smokehouse flavored?
No.
Don't. You'll be in trouble.
Get hooked on smokehouse nut thins.
Yeah. Never. I will.
They have that smoky flavoring that they put on the smoky almonds. Because they're made by the almond people.
Right.
So I guess they have an extra bottle of that sitting around.
A single bottle.
They're like, let's put it on the nut thins. Yeah.
Don't use the whole smokehouse bottle. Oh, we've had that bottle since 1751 and we still haven't emptied it.
Oh my God. But Pam in Flavorings is trying to put it on everything now.
Yeah.
Yes. If people who can't eat gluten can't eat any of these things that we're talking about.
Yeah. They can eat nut thins.
That's right.
Except for nut thins. Saltines exist for when you have norovirus.
Saltines are for your tummy ache cracker.
Oh, yeah. If you're sick, put some jelly on there.
If you get a Coca-Cola and some saltines and you're just like, okay, I think I'm okay now. I think I can hold everything down.
I like them in soup, too. I crunch them up.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, saltines are a good cracker. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
That's so funny. The idea of saltines as like the canary in the coal mine for keeping food down. It's like litmus food.
Yeah.
What is it about saltines though? Because that is the thing where you're just like, I just need some crackers and a Coca-Cola. Like,
I don't know.
See where I am.
Because it won't offend you. They're airy. They got a little bit of salt.
The salt helps with your hydration.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you have to have something to drink. It sort of forces you to hydrate because it turns into baby powder in your mouth and just absorbs all the moisture.
Well, I think also, isn't it? It's just this goes back to that pilot bread from the 1790s. Like it is just
matzah,
flour
like
and water.
Bread. Yeah,
like matzah, but which was invented by Americans in 1790.
Oh, I forgot that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep saltines around because I make this pie in the summer. It's like a lemon pie, and it has a saltine crust.
Wait, what?
How many different dishes do you make that have either a Ritz or a saltine?
Too many.
Wait, it's almost summer.
It is, and I have a lemon tree full. It's called Atlantic Beach Pie. You just Google it. I'd never heard of it until recently, and it actually
Atlantic Beach Pie.
Yeah, and it's actually a recipe from the Carolinas, and it's sort of like
that does sound like a good Low Country.
Yeah, it's like it's basically like, you know how there's the lime version of like key lime pie. Mm-hmm. This is like the lemon, but it has, instead of a graham cracker crust, which is what a key lime pie has, it has a saltine cracker crust.
Wait, on the bottom? I'm thinking on the top. Yeah. This is saltine cracker crust, like the bottom.
You crumble,
crust.
You make it in the crumbs, and you make butter in it, and it all sticks together, like you do with the key lime pie.
Now I want it to be saltine,
and then you add sweetened condensed milk.
Yeah.
What?
Hal, do you have another window open that isn't this one?
Yeah, he just went and looked it up.
Of course I did.
Also, by the way, it's kind of like a foolproof pie. Like you're not making a crust like out of dough that's like fussy and you have to have ice water and roll. It's not like that. It's like more of like you assemble it.
Oh my God, I have to do that. I made a dump cake yesterday that was so bad I threw it out. It was so bad.
What was it?
It tasted so bad.
What was the flavor?
It was cherry pie filling and then brownie mixed with butter. So I wanted to do like a chocolate cherry thing.
Okay.
And it
didn't work out.
Sandy mess.
Really?
Well, Hal, if you want to throw something like that away, where do you take a dump cake?
The dump.
Sorry.
I dumped some in my mouth and then I dumped the rest in the trash. I was so mad because that was a lot of cherry pie filling that I could have.
Yeah.
I would have just.
Well, you tried. Sometimes
I did try.
Sometimes things don't work out, you know, like. Not everything.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every time that we've begun talking about these entertainment crackers, as they have been deemed, we wind up on a different subject.
Because they're boring.
Be it chocolate or pie. Do we need to bring one of these to the finals? We have Cheez-Its and Triscuits. Is there any entertaining cracker that can beat a Cheez-It or a Triscuit?
In my personal opinion, no.
I don't think there is either. Yeah. So we're going to eliminate that category. You're all great. Great job, everybody. I want to throw one more quick category in that we haven't talked about. You mentioned it briefly when you were talking about making a pie crust.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with semi-sweet snack crackers. And that would include digestive biscuits and graham crackers.
Digestive biscuits.
Digestive biscuits I would call cookies. Graham crackers I would call a cracker.
That's what my question was.
I don't think a graham cracker. I think it's a cracker, and I love graham crackers.
You do?
I do. I love them. I could sit and just eat a box of graham crackers plain. Like I said, for most of these, I have a soft spot for all of these. I should talk about this in therapy. You don't like graham crackers?
I guess I don't know. I'm not into them. I mean, it's fine when they're in stuff, I guess. Do you eat like Teddy Grahams?
I love Teddy Grahams.
Yeah.
I haven't in a long time.
Well, they had an Elvis song in the commercial, of course.
I just want to eat those Teddy Grahams.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Graham crackers are not my thing, but if that was all that was around, I would deal with it. Yeah. How do you just eat them? Just plain? You just eat them plain?
Yeah, I'll just eat them plain, or with peanut butter on them, or with a little bit of honey on them.
We used to give them out when I was a camp counselor. That was our afternoon snack.
It feels very camp. It feels very camp.
Yeah.
Orange slices and yeah.
Yeah, you got a prepackaged like 3 of the boards.
Some carrot sticks. Together. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what kids
raisins?
Love? Kids
a box
love
of raisins.
Hummus. Come on, kids.
That house is getting egged on Halloween.
Yeah, they're giving you like the diet snack and you're like a kid and you're like, just give me a Snickers. Come on.
Yeah.
No, but these Cheez-Its taste the same as regular Cheez-Its. Where are you going?
I only like graham crackers in a crust or as s'mores. And that's like,
s'mores really, are good.
They're really just holding the chocolate and marshmallow for you.
Sure. You're not having a graham cracker on its own the way that Mark is having a graham cracker on its own.
Most aren't.
Right.
And I would again go back to the question, does it beat the Cheez-It or the Triscuit? And I don't think that either of those
Not
does.
even. No, sorry.
So now it seems like we've come down to the final thing.
I'm so sorry to you, graham crackers.
So sorry, graham crackers. Look, graham crackers, I'll come over later and we'll have a conversation.
I like how concerned Mark is with the feelings of all of these crackers that get all the entertainment crack. You really want to make saltines feel good about themselves?
Yeah, I do want saltines to feel good about themselves. Look, they've been around since ancient times in 1790.
That's right.
Is everything Nabisco? I just looked. Cheez-Its or Kellogg?
Nabisco, Kellogg, Keebler makes a bunch.
Maybe
Keebler's a graham
Nabisco.
cracker, right?
Keebler is also club crackers. And they're those weird, I think they're called township crackers.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're like a step between a Ritz and an entertaining crack.
What about like where you get like a 6-pack out of a vending machine of a
sandwiches?
The sandwiches.
Yeah.
That's Keebler.
Keebler has the club sandwiches, and Cheez-Its has a version of it. There's also one called something Chi is the name of it. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
All right. We have Cheez-Its and Triscuits on the list. Let's do a quick break. And when we come back, we will settle this once and for all. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Shut up, Al.
What? Shut up.
Bria, what's your reader wheelhouse?
A woman on a journey, space, post-apocalyptic roads, and magical food. Mallory, what's your reader wheelhouse?
Werewolves, haunted houses, weird fiction, and books set in Florida for some reason.
We're Reading Glasses, and we want to know what your reader wheelhouse is.
We can use it to help you find more books that you love.
And avoid books that you don't. So whatever you like to read about and however you like to read it,
we want to help you read better.
Reading Glasses, every Thursday on Maximum Fun.
Hey, I'm Dan McCoy.
I'm Stuart Wellington.
And I'm Elliot Kalin. Together we're The Flophouse,
a podcast where we watch a bad movie and then talk about it.
Movies like Space Hobos, Into the Outer Reaches of the Unknown and the Things That We Don't Know, the movie, and also Who's That Grandma?
Zazzle Zippers, Breakdown 2, and Backhanded Compliment.
Elvis is a policeman.
Baby Crocodile and the Happy Twins.
Leftover potatoes?
Station Wagon 3.
Herbie Goes to Hell.
New episodes available every other Saturday.
Available at MaximumFun.org or wherever you get your...
And we're back.
All right.
Did you just try to have snacks? Did you
reach for Cheez-Its in the middle?
No,
I didn't know how long the break was going to be, and I thought I could sneak a Cheez-It.
Do you want to sneak it? You don't have to sneak a Cheez-It. You got it.
I'm not going to eat a Cheez-It in front of the listeners.
We did an episode when we did our best Dorito episode, Jamie. I went to like a store and bought every flavor of
How many
Dorito
flavors are there?
I think there were 7 to 9.
Like 500. There's like 9 different Doritos. Yeah.
And we were tasting them and we were doing like a live evaluation of them.
Yeah.
And Mark, really every time he went to taste one, would go away from the mic and into his kitchen.
Why do you why are you crunch shaming me?
I'm not crunch shaming.
You're crunch embarrassment shaming me.
But that episode almost never made it out because Mark didn't want eating sounds on the podcast. I thought it was nice that you've grown to the point where you're like, you can have a snack.
You should have been sponsored by Doritos.
I know, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know
Except for me just spending the whole episode going, no one wants to hear this. Now, if that was Doritos' new campaign slogan.
They wouldn't have liked that.
And that became our podcast slogan. Nobody wants to hear this.
Do you guys remember when Sun Chips had new packaging and apparently it was like the decibel level of the noise of the bag was like louder than like a heavy metal concert or something? They had to change it. Yeah, it was like something about the sound of the Sun Chips.
Oh my God.
Bag was like insanely loud. I can't remember what happened after.
They were all packaged inside of a Dokken concert. That was the problem.
Yeah. And then it made me wish, like, I had been in a car, like, eating Sun Chips with someone just as a joke. Like, they'd be like, what the hell is what is that noise?
You guys hear that?
From the bag. It was like they were trying to come up with like a more eco-friendly bag or something. and it was too noisy.
Let's make it out of construction noise. That way.
Yeah, it was. I'm not made. I swear.
Yeah,
I think I'm making it up, but I swear I'm not. Yeah.
No, Frito-Lay decided that they could figure out how to make a bag out of screams and save money. I get it.
It's like Monsters Inc. That's like, instead of powering their city, they started making chip bags with all those screams. You know, they had some left over. It didn't all go right to the.
Also, like Doritos is better than a Sun Chip. 100%.
Yes. Every single Dorito is better. Yeah.
This is not me. I
also always have Doritos.
This is not me chiding to bring us back to topic. This is a legitimate question. Is a Sun Chip a snack cracker?
No, it's a chip.
But it's made of wheat.
Chip in the name. It has chip in the name.
Chip is in the name.
But it's wheat. I feel like the delineator is...
Bread is made out of wheat. Is bread a snack cracker?
Potatoes and tortillas are chips. Wheat generally equals cracker.
I think Sun Chip is trying to be too many things.
Yeah.
It's trying to be healthy. It's trying to pretend it's healthy. It's the wheat thin of chips.
It's trying to be roofing, and it feels like those roofs.
It's trying to be a Dawkins concert.
Yeah. It's like a 1960s or 70s like patio roof. Like that curvy kind of, we just put up, what is a piece of plastic that we also use to make kiddie pools?
Yeah.
And
you can't paint corrugated tin.
If I'm going to offer you a bag of Sun Chips, like a mini snack bag of Sun Chips or a mini snack bag of Doritos or a mini snack bag of Wheat Thins or a mini snack bag of potato chips, what do you gonna have?
Doritos.
I actually might go Sun Chips.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, Harvest Grain? What?
Because they're rarer for me. I have a bit of a Doritos habit. But Sun Chips, I'd be like,
your actual answer is Doritos then. If you
No, the one I would reach for would be like, Sun Chips. I haven't had those in a while. The question wasn't which is my favorite. The question was, which one would I reach for?
What would you take if I offered you? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what Janie did to those Doritos. They could have been that bottom inch of Dorito from the bag just poured into another Doritos bag.
One bag is poisoned. She forgot to say that.
It's Shishitos. 1 out of 10. All right. So we're down to 2. We're down to Cheez-Its versus Triscuits. Mm-hmm. One of these packs a flavor wallop. You both have them in your homes.
Yeah.
And snack on them frequently. The other one is both a snack cracker and is dippable and toppable, neither of which a Cheez-It is. And also their name is Electricity Biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you a question, Mark?
Yeah.
Because you keep saying, listen, I feel like maybe I am missing something.
Mm-hmm.
I rarely dip crackers in anything at a party. I generally put things on either spread or they're already topped. If there's a dip, I'm putting a chip in it.
See, this is where what I would use, like a Triscuit to me is what I would use in a dip that is heartier.
Like those veggie
like
dips.
A yogurt
exactly.
base. Yeah. Like
If I was throwing a party, a yogurt dip, a spinach and artichoke dip, a pimento cheese dip, that for me is always Triscuits.
See, but you can still spread.
Celery.
Mm-hmm.
But you still can spread.
Yeah.
You could have a little butter knife there where you.
I just never did, like any dip that is hearty like that. I'm usually like carrots and peppers.
Oh, I do as few vegetables as possible, I guess.
I see. Yeah.
You're
put
like,
it in that bread.
Celery. I was like, celery? When you can have chicken in a biscuit?
I'm going to be on a diet, I guess.
Have you seen that Panera bread glove?
No, what's that?
You know they have sourdough bowls. I think now they have a hole-in-one that you can hold on to it. Maybe it was an April. I bet you
that has to be an April Fool's joke.
But I believe it because it's Panera. I believe that Panera would be like, hey.
Wait, does it look like an oven?
A-hole, I want you to wear our bread like a glove. So it's like a scarlet A that you have to carry with you on the bus as you eat our broccoli cheddar soup.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Probably fake.
We can do this.
Is it fake?
No, you can make your own bread glove.
Well,
here's how you make a bread glove. You take a pita, right? A proper pita.
Yeah.
You slice it down the middle, but only on one side.
Okay.
Fold it in half. Hand goes in. It's like an oven mitt.
That's like a mitten, though.
It's not a glove. All right, technically it's not a glove, but it's a mitten.
No.
It's like a pita sock puppet.
You know what it is?
If you put googly eyes on it.
You know where I got mixed up? Panera makes a glove that looks like a bread bowl to keep your hand warm while you're carrying stuff. Now I'm mad at them because they fooled me twice.
Did they fool you, Hal?
Yes.
Or did you use your same reading technique that you use for Wheat Thins and Triscuits?
And Triscuit and cereal aisle.
I grocery shop the news. What did I do?
He just wipes his hand on his screen until he reads something.
That's why I like TikTok. There are no words.
My vote in this is going to Triscuits for its top and dip ability. Mm-hmm. And the fact that it's called electricity biscuits. What do y'all think? Hal is still lost.
I'm going to let Janie decide, so I'll present the counter argument because my choice would be Cheez-Its. The reason is that that a lot of times the Triscuits, they can be the snack, but the other thing that you're having with them is the snack, and they are part of the delivery process. Cheez-Its require nothing but the box and your hands and an appetite. And sometimes not even the appetite. They are like they're there all the time. Yeah, they're always there for you. Got to have them in the house. And they're just, I just love them so much. I can't separate in this case as much as I love Triscuits and I love Triscuits.
Sure.
Cheez-Its to me are the ultimate snack cracker.
Are Cheez-Its called electricity biscuits though?
No,
they're not. It's a compelling argument, Mark. You make a very compelling argument.
Janie, we leave this to you.
I'm sorry to say, Hal, even though we align on so many things, I have to vote for Triscuit because I feel like in my mind, a Cheez-It is just a Cheez-It, but a snack cracker is Triscuit because Cheez-It can stand alone. It doesn't hit the cracker category in my mind. That's just like a shovel in your mouth category.
I see. Yeah.
I feel like Triscuit, because of its versatility, it brings so much more to the table. So I'm going to vote for it.
I accept that. That's the majority rules. We will abide by this, as will everybody who listens to this and everybody who doesn't.
And everybody in the world throughout forever.
That's right. So
by the way, I just want to throw in before you issue your edict, the name of the person that did that Twitter thread was Sage Boggs @SageBoggs.
Sage taught us a lot about electricity biscuits.
Thank you for the electricity biscuits, Sage.
Thank you, Sage. We really appreciate it.
I feel like I've only now ever called them electricity biscuits.
Yeah. Yeah. It would kind of be a letdown to call them anything else.
Right.
Yeah.
People of the world, they're electricity biscuits. None of us knew this before Sage Boggs.
There's no way I could have even imagined it.
There was no way. We all thought triple biscuit. It's tri-weave.
Yeah, like it had three ingredients.
Exactly. Like wheat, salt, and dreams. Those are the three things that go into it. That's why it tastes so good. That's why you can eat it by itself as a snack, but it's also a great companion to dips if you're Mark, or cheese toppings, a spray cheese if you're me, or actual cheese if you're Janie. Yeah. It is a delight. It works at every party. Everybody loves it.
It really does.
And the olive oil version is actually pretty good, even though olive oil generally has a really bad aftertaste. So check out some of their other sun-dried tomato. Check out some of the other flavors Triscuit offers, because you know you're getting the best snack cracker.
Exactly.
No matter what. Asked and answered.
Electricity biscuits.
Electricity biscuits.
Janie Haddad Tompkins, thank you for coming on the show and for discussing biscuits with us.
Yeah.
What do you want the people to know? Tell them where they can find Stay of Homekins, anything else you're working on.
Definitely check out Stay of Homekins. It's a free weekly podcast. You can find it anywhere you get your podcasts. I'm on Twitter @Janie Haddad, and I'm working on things that are not public yet. So I don't know, just like trying to write stuff and get it set up places.
I'm so glad you clarified that you meant within the entertainment industry.
Exactly. Like I'm not building like a secret weapon or anything. Yeah. Like I'm not like, I don't have like uranium or anything.
I would be in the closet, padded with the mic like Hal, but there's the whole coil is in there right now.
Your Tesla coil to make Triscuit.
Yeah.
That's the actual coil you were talking about.
Triscuit coil. Well, this topic is closed, but there are many more topics to discuss. So please reach out to us on Twitter. Check out the Maximum Fun subreddit, or
check out the subreddit. The subreddit's gone. On topic.
My brain just.
We're not going to reset it. We're just going to use this, Mark, because this is on topic. You may be the last Reddit topic we have, even though I think there are others on the list. Who knows? But one way you can get in touch with us right now is to email us at wegotThisPodcast@gmail.com or go to the Facebook group. Celebrate the snack crackers in your life. That's at facebook.com/groups/WeGotThisPodcast. Thank you to producer Ken Plume, researcher Kate McManus, graphic designer Uri Kelman, and QA engineer Jen Alba.
And thanks, of course, to our musicians, Jonathan Dinerstein and Mike Furman, for our score and theme song, respectively. And thanks to you, the people of the world, for giving us an opportunity to sit here with Janie, who we love, and talk about shoveling massive handfuls out of a red box directly into our mouths of many of the delightful treats available in that aisle that Hal has been wandering for the last 5 hours.
I don't know what any of them say.
Thank you. Thank you. For Hal Lublin, I'm Mark Gagliardi.
For Mark Gagliardi, I'm Hal Lublin. And don't worry, everybody.
We got this.
We got this.
MaximumFun.org.
Comedy and culture.
Artist owned.
Audience supported.